Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome to another Minecraft horror map. This is a map called Dagon, spelled D-A-G-O-N, and it's supposed to be like an H.P. Lovecraft story that was turned into a game that's been turned into a Minecraft map. Should be filled with monsters that got like tentacles and stuff. That's what H.P. Lovecraft does. Okay, my settings are good. Oh, it's the letter O! Okay. We like a good like menu screen. This map is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work and the game Dagon, focusing on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory manipulation management here. Okay. How do I get to the next? Did I click go? Did I click it? I guess so. I don't know, I keep showing the O. Hey, look at that. There's a little guy in the bottom corner. He's like a little loading guy. It's kind of funny. You guys know I'm not really a fan of loading screens in Minecraft maps, because loading screens are like a limitation of a platform, but it was cool to see a little animation. I'm writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more. Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug, which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below. Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. Guess when you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize. I like this room. I like the room. Why is it that I must have forgetfulness or death? Huh. I don't know. Should I yeet myself now? Is that what occurs next? No, we have to keep writing. I don't know what this O is that keeps appearing. I'm not quite sure what the O is. I'll run a boat now. It was one of the most open and least frequented parts on the broad Pacific. Dude, there's birds! That's cracked. That's crazy. There's birds to the game. Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first. Is that a circle? You can't have circles in Minecraft. That's illegal. They're bushes, though. You can tell because they're rotating. Hello, guy. No? Guy does not want to chat. No big deal, good sir. Looks like there's a guy sweeping. That's pretty cool. This is actually crazy. You can do this in Minecraft. This is like a full-on animation. Oh, the O is appearing again. That's interesting. Oh, it's nighttime now. Unfortunately, the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider. Oh, shoot! That's a cool animation. Boom! That's really cool, actually. The cannon fire? Very cool. Big fan. Is the boat sinking now? The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean fortress of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. There's a bird, there's a bird, there's a bird. Goodbye, bird. Fly off into the sunset. So that our vessel made a legitimate prize, while we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners. I'm guessing that's not normal. Like looking over the edge and seeing like water speckles. I don't think that's normal. So liberal indeed was the discipline of our captors that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone on a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time. I think this is the small boat right here. This map so far, I don't know if it's like just getting started or if it's going to be like this, but it's very much so like a visual novel right now, or in the sense where I'm just kind of reading. Did I miss the small boat? Ah, this is the small boat. He's right here. I was gonna say, like, let me go to the small boat. And it is letting me go to the small boat. And then, I think, giving me another loading screen. What's happening? That's probably us lowering ourselves into the water. Yeah. Here we are, we're out to sea. When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. I'm assuming this is supposed to be water. Maybe it's my shaders messing it up. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and the stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Okay, good guessing skills, I guess. I couldn't tell how to figure that out from the stars and moon. Of the longitude I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight. That is a shame. When you're on a boat in the, like, patchwork ocean, you definitely want to have... sun time now. The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land. This boat doesn't have a sail. Were you just, like, drifting? But neither ship nor land appeared. I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of the unbroken blue. Yeah, the ocean... I thought that was a wheat. I thought there were crops over there. The ocean can be brutal. The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know, for my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous. Guys, look, it's a tentacle monster. Told you it was coming. It always comes in Lovecraft stories. H.P. Lovecraft loved tentacles. I don't know why. When at last I awakened, it was to discover myself half sucked into the slimy expanse of a heckish Blackmire. Well, I want to be un-Blackmired, please. And in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. I don't see the boat. Can I see the boat in F5? No. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. Semicolon. For there was in the air, and in the rotting soil, a sinister quality which chilled me to my very core. Dude, it's a flopping fish! What's he doing? He's flopping. And some bones? That's cool. Oh, it's almost like a point-and-click adventure, I think. The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud. Okay, maybe it isn't like a point-and-click. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. Figured it might be like, oh, maybe it is like a point-and-click, because I can't really go anywhere, but I can look, and I can click. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight, save a vast reach of black slime. Well, you haven't really left yet. Look at those clouds up there. What are they doing up there? Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. Yeah, this is definitely an old-timey story. Yeah. I love the word homogeneity and oppressed and nauseating. Better than just saying, everything looked the same and it was scary. Okay, where's my next point-and-click endeavor? I can't point nor click. Oh, dead ahead. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty. Sir, that's the moon. Mr. Lovecraft, that is the moon. As though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet. Maybe my render distance is too high. Okay. Looking for the next point and click. It's right over there. Oh, I got the O. Now we're over here. But I still can't move. I can move like a little bit. Does the O mean it's loading? I hear gross noises. As I crawled into the stranded boat... Oh, this is the boat. As I crawled to the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Aliens. Through some unpredictable volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface. Scientist here, that's not how that works, I don't think. Mr. Lovecraft, you were wrong. Exposing regions which for innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths. Yeah, I don't think that's how volcanoes work. You can't spawn with a tree. Or dead trees. I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works. What's that? Is that a whale? Nor were there any sea fowl to prey upon the dead things. Oh, yeah. Did I read this? So great was the extent of the land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, strain my ears as I might, nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things. That means like seagulls or vultures. There's a seagull right there! I'm pointing at him with my mouse. For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side, affording a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness, and seemed to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. So let me at him. Let me walk. I want to go for a walk. I want to shake his hand. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made myself a pack containing food and water, preparing to an overland journey. Maybe we'll actually get to walk. I bet these are fingers of like a giant enemy. I can walk! On the third morning I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. Alright, well here we go. Don't mind if I do. Begin my walking journey. Oh, I gotta go over here. There's a point and click. I'm gonna point and click. I need my backpack before I go. So I must have forgot to point and click at the backpack. There we go. Is it on me? It's on me! That's kind of cool. What is it? It's a diamond block on my head, which I guess is just rendered very low. It's kind of cool, though. That's a cool little, little thing. Where's the... Oh. I'm getting teleported again. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight and evil, and sent our boldly for an unknown goal. I don't think Lovecraft knew how to write. Either that or his English is so old, it doesn't make sense to an English noob like me. I'm a native English speaker, but I just didn't learn English in like the 1900s. Oh, look at all the tentacle monsters. They're out to get us. Oh, never mind. They're gone. They're gone. Alright. Have no fear, team. All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hammock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert. Does it mean that cave? Might mean the cave. Let's see. Let's see. How's it going, bro? He's having a good time. Are y'all having a good time? If you're having a good time, please hit the subscribe button. I don't know how to talk, but I know how to make videos, kind of. A little bit. Did I get a flashlight? No, I don't need a flashlight. I kind of need a flashlight. We'll be fine. Oh, cutscene. A cutscene. With a big whale. Right there, dead ahead. And a bigger boat. Is this The Old Man in the Sea? I never read that book. I don't know what the plot of that book is. I could not tell you. Okay, great. We got an overview. Let's approach. Oh, earthquake! Oh no! I feel like I should go like this when that stuff's happening. Like, get my hand out of the way, you know? Alright, we're trapped in here. Fantastic. Well, it looks like I'll have to find a different way to escape. Can I go into this guy's mouth? Huh, there's a strange light shining through the crack up there. Is it not that? No, it wasn't that. By strange light, do you mean the sun? If only I could find a way to get up to it, I'd be able to escape. I need to take a look. Oh, wait, right up here? Let's point and let's click. Game, I would appreciate a point and click. There we go. It's an old shipwreck, yet the lamps are still working. Well, cool. They have electricity. On a boat? They had electricity on boats? This is like a wooden boat. Oh. If I found something sharp, I could use it to cut the torn mast, causing it to fall. Alright, well, let's find ourselves like a rock. There's something in these barrels, but I can't open them with just my bare hands. We can't use a bone. You could use a bone to pry it open. Oh, do you have a tooth I could borrow, good sir? No teeth? Do you have a tooth? No? This guy's got a tooth though, right? I think he does, actually. Come here. Get him. I'm trying to click. Please allow me to... Oh, maybe we should point and click up here first? I'm pointing and clicking. Maybe I need to get up higher. There we go. What if I made one of those stalactites fall on top of this barrel? I guess it's worth a try. It is worth a try. I could pry a barrel with bones, but those are too brittle to be useful. Is there a barrel here that I can't see? I don't think the bones are too brittle. What if we use a live one? Oh, if we use the tentacle monster? Okay, what am I to do about... Maybe I have to move the barrel over? Yeah, that's what's happening here. Alright. There we go. Now I need to find something to break off a stalactite. Pebbles. Right over here. Yep, I can toss a pebble at it. Alright. Oh! We got the bars for a cutscene. The little black bars at the top and bottom. Okay. Oh, I threw it. Perfect. Love the cutscene. Very cool. Okay. And what is it? Torches? Lightsabers? What do we find? Where'd my backpack go? My backpack's gone. What is it? Oh, it's a pickaxe? Uh-oh. Do I have it in my inventory now? Can I break this? Let's see. I think so. There we go. Okay. It's falling! Actual timber! That's crazy you can do that in Minecraft. That was blocks falling. And now, are they going to stay diagonal? Oh, we're just leaving. We did it! We're outside now. That night I encamped, and on the following day, still traveled toward the other hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it. What is a hummock? I thought it said hammock, like the thing you hang between two poles to, like, rest? Maybe it means like a mountain. By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance, an intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Well, let's get to climbing. We're Minecrafters. We know how to climb a thing or two. I can't. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. This is not a very active problem solver. The narrator of the story is a very passive problem solver. And look, it's the tentacle monster again. Where'd he go? He's gone. Pebbles. Pebbles. I hear wind chimes as well. Okay, that was a big loading. Yeah, look at that. You hear the wind chimes? They're abundant. Where did the mound go? Is this supposed to be the top of the mound? I'm climbing. I've reached a dead end. Uh-huh. Have I achieved greatness yet? No, quite the opposite. I have achieved no greatness. Ow. I just get hit on the head? Dude, there's all the little monster guys. What the heck? I guess I'll just keep going. Oh. Oh, look, it's the big guy. Look at him. Look at how big he is. What's he doing over there? Ah, he's stomping. He's on a stomping mission. He's like an octopus. These are the baby octopuses. Oh, he sees me. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. He's running towards me. Run away. Darn. I got knocked. I'm back on the boat. There's a radio. Let's listen to Olivia Rodrigo. What's the radio have for us? Okay, it's a song about the boogeyman. I'm gonna talk... Well, I guess I shouldn't talk over it. Is that a hint? Do I have to hide from the giant octopus instead of running towards it? I don't know. I was gonna talk over it because I was worried about copyright, but I don't want to take away from the experience. Like, that song seems pretty important. Hello? There's something in the water beneath us. Is this that scene? What the heckle? Oh my gosh. Is that the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean? Where the Kraken comes? I don't know why my dreams were so wild that night, but when the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in cold perspiration probably, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. Alright, I need my backpack. In the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Because it's probably colder. You don't have to, like, you don't sweat as much in the day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. That's okay. I'm guessing you're not a survivalist, random narrator. I had now felt quite able to perform the ascent, which had deterred me at sunset. So did you sleep 24 hours, or did you sleep just like a few hours and then you're waking up in the middle of the night? Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence. The crest of the eminence. Alright, here we go. I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. Okay. I can't go much further than this, by the way, guys. Not like in the game. I mean, like, there's like an invisible wall right here. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or a canyon. Alright. Look at the birds. They're back. Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. Illuminate, perhaps. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into the fathomless chaos of eternal night. Look at that moon! Oh, okay, we teleported. Teleport. Can I enter? No. As the moon climbed higher into the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so vaguely perpendicular. Why did I pull the word vaguely from? The slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined. Ledges and outcroppings of the rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent, whilst after a drop of a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual. Well, isn't that joyous? I love a gradual declivity. Urged by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with the difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath. I can take damage. Gazing into the Stygian deeps where no light had yet penetrated. Yeah, this is like what my grandma would read. All at once my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about an 100 yards ahead of me. Oh, good cutscene. I was gonna say I don't see anything. These squares. I'm gonna comment on these squares when we get to the end of the map. Oh, it's a pillar. Cool. And a dead fish. Nice. Okay. I want to approach. It was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. I want to go to it. An object gleamed whitely in the new bestowed rays of the ascending moon. Yeah, it looks like a stone to me, a stone with some designs on it. But I was conscious of a distinct impression of that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. Yeah, it's got hieroglyphs on it or something. Oh, I know this one. Those ones mean the devil. That one means the devil. That one's the mask of the heroes from the Wind Waker. 2 mermaids and a rectangle. That's the symbol I keep seeing. Oh, there's a smoke monster. That's weird. What's he doing? For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world above was young. Oh, a closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express. I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith. I think a monolith is just like something built by people. It's like an obelisk, sort of, but it's a monolith. Did I miss something? No. I see that smoke monster kind of just like running laps. I'm trying to figure out how to get in on this. How do I too run laps, smoke monster? Guide me. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely. Dirt. Dirt. Whale. Fish. Bush. Big tree. Settings have been analyzed, or surroundings have been examined closely. The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering, steps that hemmed in the chasm, and revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the monolith, of whose surfaces I could now trace both inscriptions and crude scriptures. I wasn't paying attention. Was that Simon Says? I could not repeat what Simon had said. I was looking the other way. Oh, here we go. The writing was in a system of hieroglyphic unknown to me, and unlike anything I had ever seen in books. It's 4 fish and raw, and a falcon, consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, like fish and eels and mollusks, I guess. It was pictorial carving. It was pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men. Mermen. Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well. Holy buckets, did H.P. Lovecraft invent the mermaid? There's no way, right? No, they didn't, because there was like sirens in Greek mythology, which is a mermaid. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. So that means we live if we're remembering something. They were undeniably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips. I don't see feet. Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. Okay, oh, we're going again. That's the thumbnail shot right there, probably. I stood musing while the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Suddenly I saw this thing. The water started to behave strangely. Then this thing slid into view above the dark waters. It's Godzilla! What's he doing? It's Godzilla. He's gonna eat the stone. It's actually kind of crazy. I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I believe I sang a great deal, and laughed oddly when I was unable to think properly. I have indistinct recollections of a big storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard peals of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods. Ah, and then we're in the hospital. When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital. Oh heck yeah, California. Let's see the bridge, man. Brought by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in the mid-ocean. I hear a lot of beeping, and I see no machines. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Lone Wolf. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. I like the blinds. It's a pretty cool way to do blinds. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe. I asked myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. Semicolon, I should add. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken. I am confined to this bed. I cannot get out of this bed. The clock. Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with the peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god. Tick, 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 tick. But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries. This clock is really going. Snape, Snape, Severus Snape, 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 Severus Snape, Dumble Snape. Oh, it's fading away. Shout out to anyone who gets that. It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I did see the thing. I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all having written a full account of the information. I think the ticking gets louder if I get away from the clock. People will decide whether to use my notes as a source of knowledge or ridiculous mockery. Uh-oh. The roof. There's smoke. The end is near. I'm gonna get wicked grabbed right now, aren't I? Like the roof is gonna rip off and it's gonna be the big monster. Leaking! Ew, weird. Why is it leaking? I was leaking a lot, actually. Hey, I gotta fix that. I gotta pay for that, you know. Where's... It is getting ripped. I knew it was going to. Oh, Lord. Hello? I have a front door. I have a huge front door, actually. You could have just come in through the very large front door. This was not necessary. Ah, my chandelier! I gotta pay for that. What the heck? Oh, cutscene mode. I can move my mouse, but I can't really move my guy. Oh! I see command blocks. Did something go wrong? I feel like something went wrong.
Hello?
Yeah, something went...
Hello?
What? Hello?
Sir?
Yes?
Hello?
Can I help you? What the frick? Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. Well, we did say that's what was going to happen. We did say that was the conclusion. We gave fair warning. I was like, from the start, we're leaping. We left. Okay. So, we have reached the end. If the music was by Epidemic Sound, I'm totally gonna get copyright claimed. It's whatevs. Alright, we've reached the end, I think. I will give my thoughts on the map. I think that this map was competent. It told the story in an interesting way. I don't think it's my style of map, though. On the map page, it said, like, this is, like, a purely narrative experience. There's no, like, puzzles. There's no, inventory management or anything like that. And I interpreted that as making it like it was, like, a walking simulator. It was less interactive than I thought it was going to be. And, this map is based on the Lovecraft story. I had to change a bit to have some interaction around. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, I think that, I had imagined it being more interactive than it was. And so when I was, oh, he was a giant. That's pretty funny. I didn't realize the giant was still in the game. When I was going through the map, there was not a lot for me to do, and that kind of made me feel like I was just kind of waiting to, like I was watching a movie, but it, like the movie was slow, right? Because there was a lot of loading. What is that? There was a lot of like loading I had to wait through, and it kept showing that weird square thing in the middle. I don't know if that was my fault or if the map just shows the square, but the square was kind of weird. I feel like I would just stand in a place for a while, read a little bit, and then teleport somewhere else just to read more. And I would have rather walked the whole time. Even if I wasn't like doing puzzles or anything, I think just the like having the option to walk would have been nice. But I don't think it was a bad map at all. I had a very good time with the map, and yeah, it was an interesting enough story. Confusing to follow. I don't really know. So it's like we were on a boat, and then something happened. We either got sent to like a fish god realm, but I feel like we just see the fish god and then dip. Like, I don't know. That's not really on the map creator though. It's on Lovecraft. What the heck, HP? Make a story that's easier to understand. I'm just kidding. It was a good map. I'm not upset or anything. I think it was a fair enough map. It was definitely technologically impressive. There was a lot of commands and whatnot, and that was really cool to see. So overall, yeah, it was a good map. I enjoyed playing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. That is going to be all for now, though, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel if you think they would enjoy it. It means a lot to me when you guys my videos around. And I'll catch you guys all back here next time for my next video. Until then, as always, take care.